Hi friends, this is Naresh. In this session, I am going to start a new unit, that is unit number 2, design of IC engine parts. This is a second unit for a subject of design of machine members 2. Okay, this subject is common for third BTech first sem mechanical students. Okay, this is my 14th lecture on this DMM2 subject. In this uh, in this session, I am going to explain a brief introduction about design of IC engine parts. Okay, in this session, we will discuss about IC engine parts and working of IC engines and parts used in IC engines. I will explain about those. Here, as the name implies, internal combustion engines, briefly written as IC engines, are those engines in which the combustion of fuel takes place inside the engine cylinder. The IC engines use either petrol or diesel as their fuel. Okay, these are the IC engine parts. This is a four-stroke IC engine part, four-stroke engine. These are the main parts. Okay, this is a crankcase. Okay, this one is called a crankcase. In this crankcase, it consists of crankshaft. This is a crankshaft and connecting rod, crank pin, cam and follower mechanism. Okay, in this crankcase consists of crank shaft, cam and follower mechanism, connecting rod and crank pins. Okay, this above section is called cylinder. This cylinder consists of a cylinder and cylinder liners. Okay, in this cylinder, a piston is reciprocating in upward and downward direction. Okay, and also at the top of the cylinder, it consists of inlet and outlet valves. Okay, for operating this inlet and outlet valves, we are using cam and follower mechanism for operating the valves. Okay, these two are valves. Okay, inlet and outlet valves. Okay, this one is outlet valve or exhaust valve. This one is a inlet valve or inlet manifold. Okay, inlet valve. Here you can observe here this is a piston. Okay, and this piston is connected to the connecting rod. Okay, for transmitting the motion. Okay, this connecting rod converts the reciprocating motion into translatory motion by using crankshaft. Okay, this is a crankshaft. Okay, okay. The ICE engines use either petrol or diesel as their fuel. In petrol engines, also called spark ignition engines. Okay, petrol engines also called spark ignition engines or SI engines. SI means spark ignition. Okay, petrol engines called spark ignition engines or SI engines. The correct proportion of air and petrol. Okay, the correct proportion of air and petrol is mixed in the carburetor. Okay, and the fed to engine cylinder where it is ignited by means of a spark produced at the spark plug. In uh, diesel engines also called compression ignition engines. Okay, CI engines. diesel engines, also called CI engines. That is, CI means compression ignition engines. Okay, in diesel engines, only air is supplied to the engine cylinder. Okay, air is supplied to the engine cylinder during suction stroke, and it is compressed to a very high pressure. Okay, thereby raising its temperature from 600 degrees Celsius to 1000 degrees Celsius. The desired quantity of fuel, okay, the desired quantity of fuel, that is diesel is now injected into the engine cylinder in the form of a very fine spray that and gets ignited when comes in contact with the hot air. Okay, the operating cycle of an IC engine may be completed either by two strokes or four strokes. Okay, two strokes or four strokes of the two strokes or four strokes of the piston. Okay, so this one is a piston. Okay, uh, there's an engine which requires two strokes of the piston or one complete revolution of the crankshaft. Okay, this is a crankshaft. Okay, this is crankshaft and this is a piston. Okay, uh, an engine which requires two strokes of the piston or one complete revolution of the crankshaft. One complete revolution of the crankshaft means one turn 360 degrees. Okay, uh, one complete revolution of the crankshaft to complete the cycle is known as a two-stroke engine. Okay, engine which requires two strokes of the piston or one complete revolution of the crankshaft. Okay, one complete revolution of the crankshaft to complete the cycle is called two-stroke engine. Okay, an engine which requires four strokes of the piston or two complete revolutions of the crankshaft to complete the cycle. Okay, two complete revolutions of the crankshaft to complete the cycle is known as four-stroke engine. Okay, two complete revolutions of crankshaft means 360 degrees is one revolution and another 360 degrees is second revolution. So for completing the four strokes, it requires to rotate 720 degrees. Okay, 720 degrees to complete the four strokes. Okay, the two-stroke petrol engine are generally employed in very light vehicles such as scooters, motorcycles, and three-wheelers. Okay, so the two-stroke petrol engines are generally employed in very light vehicles. Okay, such as scooters, motorcycles, and three-wheelers. Okay, the two-stroke diesel engines are generally employed in marine propulsion. Okay, the two-stroke diesel engines are generally employed in marine propulsion. The four-stroke petrol engines are generally employed in light vehicles such as cars, jeeps, okay, uh, and also in airplanes. The four-stroke diesel engines are generally employed in heavy-duty vehicles. Okay, the four-stroke diesel engines are generally employed in heavy-duty vehicles such as buses, trucks, tractors, diesel locomotives, and in the earth-moving machineries. Okay, so the principal parts of ICE engine shown here. Okay, see here you can observe here cylinder and cylinder liner, piston rings, piston pin, gudgeon pin. Okay, so you can observe here this is a cylinder liner. Okay, this is a piston rings. Okay, this is a piston pin or gudgeon pin. This one is a connecting rod. Okay, connecting rod with small and big end bearings. Okay, this one is a small end bearing, this one is a big end bearing. Okay, and this one is a crank and crankshaft and crank pin. Okay, this one is called crank pin. This entire portion is called crank shaft. Okay, so crankshaft and crank pin and valve gear mechanism. Okay, this is a valve gear mechanism. Okay, the design of the above here mentioned parts are discussed will discuss later. Okay, yeah, now I am going to explain about function of a cylinder and cylinder liner. Okay, the function of a cylinder is to retain the working fluid and to guide the piston. Okay, so here I am going to explain about what function of a cylinder. Okay, this portion is called cylinder. Okay, from here to here, this portion is called a cylinder. Okay, so the function of a cylinder I will explain. The function of a cylinder is to retain the working fluid. Okay, to retain the working fluid and to guide the piston. Okay, the cylinders are usually made of cast iron or cast steel, since the cylinder has to withstand high temperature due to the combustion. Okay, due to the combustion of the fuel, some arrangement must be provided to cool the cylinder. Okay, the single cylinder engines such as scooters, motorcycles are generally air cooled. Okay, and they are provided with fins. Okay, provided with fins around the cylinder. The multi-cylinder engines, such as cars, lorries, are provided with the water jackets around the cylinders to cool it. In smaller engines, the cylinder, water jacket, and frame are made as one piece, but for all the larger engines, these parts are manufactured separately. Okay, the cylinders are provided with the cylinder liners so that in case of wear, they can be easily replaced. Okay, the cylinders are provided with the cylinder liners. Okay, cylinder liners so that in case of wear, okay, in case of wear, they can be easily replaced. The cylinder liners, yeah, the cylinder liners are in cylindrical shape. Okay, this one is a cylinder liner. Okay, cylinder liner which doesn't have any direct contact with the engine cooling water is known as a dry liner. Okay, a cylinder liner which doesn't have any direct contact with the engine cooling water is known as a dry liner. Okay, dry liner. Okay, and a cylinder liner which have its outer surface in direct contact with the engine cooling water is known as wet liner. Okay, the cylinder liners are made from good quality close grained cast iron. Okay, that is paralytic cast iron, nickel chromium cast iron. In some cases, nickel chromium cast steel with molybdenum may be used. The inner surface of the liner should be properly heat treated in order to obtain a hard surface to reduce wear. Okay, and here the this cylinder wall is subjected to gas pressure and piston side thrust. Okay, The gas pressure produces longitudinal stress and circumferential stresses. Okay. Okay. This one is a connecting rod. The connecting rod is the intermediate member between the piston, the intermediate member between piston and crank. Okay. Okay, this connecting rod is a intermediate member between the piston and crankshaft. The primary function of this connecting rod is to transmit the push, okay, to transmit the push and pull, okay, to transmit the push and pull forces from the piston pin. Okay, this is a piston pin. Okay, the primary function of this connecting rod is to transmit the push and pull forces. Okay, push and pull forces from the piston. Okay, from the piston to the crank pin. This is a crank pin. Okay, thus convert the reciprocating motion of the piston into the rotary motion of the crank. Okay, here the motion of the motion of a piston is in reciprocating motion, whereas the motion of a this crankshaft is in rotary motion. So this connecting rod converts the reciprocating motion into rotary motion. So this connecting rod is a intermediate member to converts the reciprocating motion to the rotary motion. Okay, so this is the main function of a connecting rod. Now this is the animated view of a ICE engine. Okay, here I will show the work four strokes in IC engines. Here these are the four strokes. This is first stroke. In first stroke, the piston starts from top dead center to bottom dead center. Okay, here you can observe here this is a top dead center. This one is a top. Here the position of once again I will explain. Here this is the at the time of piston in top position, then it is called top dead center. Okay, this bottom, here the bottom position of this piston is called bottom dead center. Okay, in first stroke, the piston moves from top dead center to bottom dead center. Okay, then the crank rotates 180 degrees. Okay, 0 to 180 degrees in first stroke. This in first stroke, uh, the oil suck from the chamber. Okay, so after in second stroke, the piston moves from bottom dead center to top dead center. Okay, this is a compression stroke. Okay, second stroke is a compression stroke. Okay, in compression stroke, the crankshaft moves from 180 degrees to 360 degrees. So then the crankshaft complete one revolution. So two strokes completed. Then after in a third stroke, at the end of the second stroke, ignition start. Okay, so at the here in third stroke, the piston moves from top dead center to bottom dead center. Okay, in third stroke, the high amount of power produces during the combustion of the fuel. Okay, so this third stroke is a power stroke or a working stroke. Okay, in power stroke, the piston moves from top dead center to bottom dead center. Then the crank rotates from 360 degrees to 360 degrees to 360 degrees plus 180 degrees. Okay, that is yeah. Then then after in fourth stroke, the piston moves from bottom dead center to top dead center. Okay, in fourth stroke, it is a fourth stroke is a exhaust stroke. Okay, so in fourth stroke, the exhaust gases are released from the a cylinder through a outlet valve. Okay, here you can observe here. This is a first stroke. This is a inlet stroke. Okay, in inlet stroke, it sucks the oil, and at the end of the second stroke, the oil ignited. Okay, in third stroke, the power produced. In fourth stroke, exhaust gases comes out from the outlet valve. Okay, this is the exhaust valve. This is the inlet valve. Now these are the parts, main parts in IC engines. Okay, this one you can observe here. These are the cranks. Okay, these cranks are connected with a shaft. This shaft is called crank shaft. Okay, this horizontal one is called a crank shaft. Okay, this is a four-cylinder. This is a multi-cylinder engine. In this multi-cylinder engine consists of four cylinders. Okay, each cylinder having one piston. So, for four-cylinder engine, consists of four pistons. Okay, so this arrangement is used for multi-cylinder engines. Okay, this is a here you can observe here. This is a piston. Okay, each piston having a connecting rod, separate connecting rod. Okay, this vertical rod is called connecting rod. Okay, so these connecting rods are connected to the crankshaft. Okay, here you can observe here. This one is the crankshaft, and these are the pistons. This is a six cylinders engine. This one is also multi-cylinder engine. In this multi-cylinder engine consists of six cylinders. Each cylinder consists one piston. Okay, so that's why these six pistons. In a six cylinders engine consists of six pistons. Okay, these are the inlet and outlet valves for suction of oil, and okay, these inlet and outlet valves are operated by crankshafts. Okay, cam sorry, these inlet and outlet valves are operated by camshaft. Okay, this is a camshaft. Okay, so here this is a cam and follower mechanism. By using cam and follower mechanism, we are operating the inlet and outlet valves. Okay, here you can observe here. This is a clear inner view of a cylinder. This is a crankshaft. These are the cylinder. These are the pistons. These are the connecting rods. Okay, so these are the clutch plates and sprockets and chains, and these top are inlet and outlet valves. This one is a camshaft. Okay, this one is a camshaft. Okay, these are the sectional views of a cylinder. Okay, cylinder and cylinder liner. Okay, this is a dry liner, this is a wet liner. Okay, a cylinder liner here a cylinder liner, this one is a cylinder liner which doesn't have any direct contact with the engine cooling water is known as dry liner. Okay, a cylinder liner which have its outer surface. Okay, this one is outer surface in direct contact with the engine cooling water. Okay, is known as wet liner. You can observe here this one is a liner, this is a water cooling system. So water jackets, here there is no direct contact between the liner and water jackets, so these liners are called dry liners. Here you can observe here, this is a liner. Okay, this is a water jacket. Here there is a direct contact between the water jacket and liners, so these liners are called wet liners. Okay, these two are the types of liners, cylinder and cylinder liners. Okay, this is the view of a cylinder. Okay, this one is a cylinder. Okay, so these are the cylinder bores. Okay, and these are the liners. Okay, these three are the liners. This one is a dry liner, dry cylinder liner. This one is a wet liner. This is a fin cylinder liner. Okay, so these are the different types of liners, and this one is cylinder. Okay, so here these cylinder liners are inserted into the bore of the cylinders. Okay, these are the bores of the cylinders. Now these are the parts used in piston. Okay, this one is a piston. Okay, these are the piston rings. These four are piston rings. This one is a oil ring, oil or compression ring. Okay, now these two are the circlips. Okay, these two are circlips. This one is a piston pin. Okay, so this piston pin is inserting here. Okay, so here these are the grooves, piston grooves. Okay, these piston rings are inserted here. This last one is called oil ring, oil groove. Okay, this oil ring is inserted here. Now these are the parts list. Okay, you can observe here, this one is a cylinder. Okay, this is a piston, this one is a piston pin, this one is a connecting rod. This connecting rod having small end connected to the piston and big end connected to the crank. Okay, so this one is a crankshaft, so the big end of the connecting rod connected to the crankshaft. Okay, this one is a crank mechanism. Okay, here the motion of this piston is in reciprocating motion, that is upward and downward direction. Okay, here the from from here to here, this length is called stroke length. Okay, here there is a small clearance between the piston and the cylinder. Okay, so this one is a spark plug. This is spark plug used for SI engine, spark ignition engines, that is petrol engines. Okay, or in case of diesel engines, we are using fuel injector. Okay, These are the valves, inlet and outlet valves. These inlet and outlet valves are operated by cam and follower mechanism. Okay, so this one is a top dead center. Here this one is a bottom dead center. Okay, the position of a piston, uh, the position of piston is okay. పిస్టన్ యొక్క పొజిషన్ అనేది మన టాప్ డెడ్ సెంటర్ బాటమ్ డెడ్ సెంటర్స్ని యూజ్ చేసుకొని మనం చెప్తూ ఉంటాం. సో ఒక్కసారి పిస్టన్ అనేది పైనుంచి కిందకి ఒకసారి వస్తే ఒక స్ట్రోక్ అంటామండి. ఓకే, సో దట్ ఈస్ ఇంటేక్ స్ట్రోక్ ఆర్ సక్షన్ స్ట్రోక్. ఓకే, టాప్ డెడ్ సెంటర్ నుంచి బాటమ్ డెడ్ సెంటర్కి పిస్టన్ మూవ్ అయితే సక్షన్ స్ట్రోక్. మళ్ళీ బాటమ్ డెడ్ సెంటర్ నుంచి పైకి వెళ్తే కంప్రెషన్ స్ట్రోక్. మళ్ళీ పైనుంచి కిందకు వస్తే అంటే టాప్ డెడ్ సెంటర్ నుంచి మళ్ళీ బాటమ్ డెడ్ సెంటర్కి వస్తే దట్ ఈస్ వర్కింగ్ స్ట్రోక్. వర్కింగ్ స్ట్రోక్లో ఫ్యూయల్ అనేది బర్న్ అయ్యి అక్కడ మనకి ఎక్కువ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ గ్యాసెస్ అనేవి రిలీజ్ అవుతాయి. మళ్ళీ బాటమ్ నుంచి పైకి వెళ్తే ఎగ్జాస్ట్ స్ట్రోక్ అన్న. సో టోటల్గా 4 స్ట్రోక్ ఇంజిన్స్లో 4 టైమ్స్ మనకి సిలిండర్ అనేది టాప్ డెడ్ సెంటర్ నుంచి బాటమ్ డెడ్కి, బాటమ్ డెడ్ సెంటర్ నుంచి టాప్ డెడ్ సెంటర్స్కి మూవ్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది. ఓకే అండి, ఒక్కసారి పిస్టన్ పైనుంచి కిందకి వస్తే ఇక్కడ క్రాంక్ షాఫ్ట్ అనేది 180 degrees మూవ్ అవుతుందండి. అదే 2 టైమ్స్ పిస్టన్ పైనుంచి కిందకి, కింద నుంచి పైకి వెళ్తే ఈ క్రాంక్ షాఫ్ట్ అనేది ఒకసారి మొత్తం 360 degrees రొటేట్ అయింది. ఓకే అండి, సో 4 స్ట్రోక్ ఇంజన్లో పిస్టన్ అనేది 4 టైమ్స్ మూవ్ అయితే క్రాంక్ షాఫ్ట్ 2 సార్లు రౌండ్గా తిరుగుద్దండి, అంటే 360 degrees ప్లస్ 360 degrees. ఓకే, అదే 2 స్ట్రోక్ ఇంజన్స్లో పిస్టన్ అనేది 2 టైమ్స్ పైనుంచి కిందకి, కింద నుంచి పైకి మూవ్ అయింది. క్రాంక్ షాఫ్ట్ మాత్రం ఒక్కసారి మాత్రం 1 కంప్లీట్ రెవల్యూషన్ మాత్రం కంప్లీట్ చేస్తుంది. ఓకే అండి, సో దిస్ ఈజ్ ఏ క్రాంక్ షాఫ్ట్. ఓకే, దీస్ ఆర్ ది క్రాంక్స్. ఓకే, దీస్ షాఫ్ట్ ఈజ్ కాల్డ్ క్రాంక్ షాఫ్ట్. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ మనం పిస్టన్స్ అనేవి కనెక్షన్ ఇస్తామండి. ఓకేనండి, హియర్ యూ కెన్ అబ్జర్వ్ హియర్ ఇక్కడ 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 ఇక్కడ. ఓకే అండి, 4 ప్లేసెస్లో మనం పిస్టన్ అనేది కనెక్షన్ ఇస్తాం. ఇది మల్టీ సిలిండర్ ఇంజన్, 4 సిలిండర్ ఇంజన్ అండి. ఓకే, 4 సిలిండర్ ఇంజన్కి యూజ్ చేసే క్రాంక్ షాఫ్ట్. ఓకే అండి, ఓకే ఇక్కడ మీకు ఒక ఐసీ ఇంజిన్ అనేది ఎలా అసెంబుల్ జరిగింది, అందులో పార్ట్స్ ఏమేమి ఉంటాయి, ఎలా 1 by 1 కనెక్షన్ అనేది ఎలా ఉంటుంది అనేది ఇక్కడ మీకు చూపించబోతున్నాను అండి. 4 స్ట్రోక్ ఐసీ ఇంజన్. ఓకే అండి, ఇక్కడ మీకు చూపించేది ఇక్కడ యానిమేషన్ వ్యూ అనేది చూపిస్తాం. అసెంబ్లీ అనేది ఇక్కడ ఇవ్వండి. ఇది సిలిండర్. ఓకే అండి, సిలిండర్ బ్లాక్ ఇది అంతా. సో ఈ సిలిండర్ బ్లాక్కి సిలిండర్స్ అండ్ బోర్స్ అనేవి చేసి ఉంటాయండి. దీస్ ఆర్ ది బోర్స్, సిలిండర్ బోర్స్. దిస్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఏ క్రాంక్ షాఫ్ట్. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ కనెక్టింగ్ రాడ్ అనేది ఈ క్రాంక్ షాఫ్ట్స్కి కనెక్షన్ ఇస్తాం. తర్వాత ఇక్కడ పిస్టన్స్ అనేవి పిస్టన్ పిన్తో కనెక్ట్ అయి ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, ఇది 4 సిలిండర్ ఇంజన్, సో అందుకని 4 పిస్టన్స్ ఉన్నాయండి, 4 బోర్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఓకే అండి, సిలిండర్ కవర్ ప్లేట్ అండి ఇది. ఇక్కడ మనకి వాల్స్, ఇన్లెట్ అండ్ అవుట్లెట్ వాల్స్ అనేవి కవర్ ప్లేట్లో ఉంటాయి. ఇప్పుడు ఇవి ఇన్లెట్ అండ్ అవుట్లెట్ వాల్స్ అండి. ఓకే, ఈ ఇన్లెట్ అండ్ అవుట్లెట్ వాల్స్కి స్ప్రింగ్స్ అనేవి ఉంటాయి, కంప్రెషన్ స్ప్రింగ్స్ అనేవి వాడతాం. ఇది క్యామ్ అండ్ ఫాలోయర్. సో క్యామ్ అండ్ ఫాలోయర్ మెకానిజం యూజ్ చేసి ఆ ఇన్లెట్ అండ్ అవుట్లెట్ వాల్స్ అనేవి మనకి ఇన్ టైంలో వర్క్ అవుతూ ఉంటాయండి. ఇన్ టైంలో వాల్ ఓపెన్ అవ్వటం, ఆఫ్ అవ్వటం అనేది జరుగుతూ ఉంటుంది. చైన్ మెకానిజం, క్రాంక్ షాఫ్ట్ నుంచి మనకి చైన్ అనేది కనెక్షన్ ఉంటుందండి. దాని ద్వారా క్రాంక్ షాఫ్ట్ రొటేట్ అయినప్పుడు మనకి వెహికల్ అనేది రొటేట్ అయ్యింది. ఓకేనా, ఈ చైన్ మెకానిజం యూజ్ చేసుకొని వెహికల్ అనేది ముందుకు వెళ్ళింది. ఇది టాప్ కవర్ ప్లేట్. ఇక సిలిండర్ మొత్తాన్ని సిలిండర్ ఈ కేసు మొత్తం ఇంజిన్ మొత్తాన్ని కవర్ చేసి టాప్ ప్లేట్. ఓకే అండి. బాటమ్ ప్లేట్, కార్బొరేటర్స్, స్పార్క్ ప్లగ్స్ అనేవి ఇప్పుడు ఇంకా టాప్లో ఉంది. సో ఇది యానిమేటెడ్ వ్యూ అండి, వర్కింగ్ వ్యూ. ఓకే అండి. ఇక్కడ పిస్టన్స్ అనేవి ఇక్కడ వర్క్ అవుతున్నాయి చూడండి. మిడిల్ 2 పిస్టన్స్ ఒక రకంగా, ఈ ఫస్ట్ అండ్ లాస్ట్ పిస్టన్ అనేది ఒక రకంగా వర్క్ అవుతుందండి. ఇవ్వండి ఇవి క్యామ్స్. సో ఈ క్యామ్స్ అనేవి ఇన్లెట్ అండ్ అవుట్లెట్ వాల్స్ని ఆన్ ఆఫ్ చేయడానికి యూజ్ అవుతుంది. ఇదిగోండి ఇక్కడ అబ్జర్వ్ చేయొచ్చు, ఇది క్యామ్. ఓకే అండి. ఈ 5 అనేది క్యామ్. ఆ క్యామ్స్ అనేవి ఇదిగోండి వాల్స్ని ఆన్ ఆఫ్ చేయడానికి అంటే ఓపెన్ చేయడానికి, క్లోజ్ చేయడానికి మనకి ఈ క్యామ్స్ అనేవి యూజ్ అవుతాయి. ఇవ్వండి ఇన్లెట్ ఇక్కడ ఇవ్వండి ఇన్లెట్ వస్తుంది, ఇక్కడ కంబషన్ జరుగుతుంది. కంబషన్ జరిగిన తర్వాత అక్కడ ప్రొడ్యూస్ అయ్యే గ్యాసెస్ అన్ని అవుట్లెట్ ద్వారా మనకి బయటకు వస్తుంది. ఇవ్వండి సెక్షనల్ వ్యూ అండి. ఒక సిలిండర్, ఒక పిస్టన్ దగ్గర ఉండే ఒక పోర్షన్ అనేది ఇక్కడ కట్ చేసి చూపిస్తున్నాం. సో ఇది సెక్షనల్ వ్యూ. ఓకే. ఫ్లై వీల్స్ ఇవ్వండి. ఓకే ఫ్రెండ్స్, రేపటి క్లాస్ వచ్చేటప్పటికి డీటెయిల్గా మన సిలిండర్స్ అనేవి ఎలా డిజైన్ చేస్తాం, సిలిండర్ యొక్క ఫంక్షన్ ఏంటి అనేది రేపటి క్లాస్ చూద్దామమ్మా. ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ.